Older individuals who enjoy solitude have mastered emotional independence. They've learned to rely on their inner strength rather than seeking constant validation from others. This self-sufficiency leads to greater emotional resilience and stability, helping them navigate life's challenges with calmness. Their ability to stay grounded without needing external approval creates a sense of peace that's deeply attractive to others. In this article, we explore 9 amazing qualities of older people who like to be alone. From emotional independence to a strong sense of self-worth, these individuals have discovered the true power of solitude. Keep reading to learn how solitude enhances their lives in unexpected ways. Deep self-reflection building upon the emotional independence that allows older individuals to thrive in solitude. Another remarkable quality they possess is the ability to engage in deep self-reflection. As life's journey unfolds, these individuals have cultivated the art of looking inward, taking time to process their experiences, and gaining a profound understanding of who they truly are. This deep self-awareness is not born overnight but is developed through years of introspection, learning from past mistakes, and embracing personal growth. Take the story of Grace, a 72-year-old woman who has spent much of her life living independently. "I've always appreciated time alone," she shares. "It's during these moments that I really learn about myself. I reflect on my past choices, my relationships, and how far I've come." Grace recalls how, in her younger years, she often felt overwhelmed by the expectations of others and the noise of the outside world. But as the years passed and she embraced solitude, she learned to quiet the distractions and listen to her inner voice. In those moments of solitude, Grace started to uncover the lessons her past had to offer. She began to realize that the challenges she faced, whether heartbreak, career setbacks, or personal struggles, were all part of her journey toward understanding herself more deeply. This process of self-reflection gave her clarity, allowing her to see her life's path with a fresh perspective. Instead of focusing on regrets, Grace started to embrace her choices and see them as stepping stones that led her to where she is today. "Solitude gave me the space to heal," she reflects. "It was only when I had time to myself that I could confront my own fears, my desires, and my dreams. I've learned that being alone isn't about loneliness. It's about being with myself, truly getting to know who I am and what I want from life." For many older people, this kind of self-reflection becomes a routine practice. It's a way of reconnecting with their inner selves, understanding their strengths and weaknesses, and accepting who they are, flaws and all. It's in these quiet moments that they find peace with the past, allowing them to move forward with a sense of clarity and purpose. The beauty of deep self-reflection lies in its ability to nurture growth. As older individuals sit with their thoughts, they often identify patterns in their behavior, ways of thinking, or even emotional responses that no longer serve them. This self-awareness gives them the power to change, to evolve, and to live more authentically. Whether it's letting go of old grudges, forgiving themselves for past mistakes, or making a fresh start in relationships, self-reflection empowers them to become the best version of themselves. In a world that often rushes forward, these older individuals have discovered that true wisdom comes from slowing down and looking inward. Through deep self-reflection, they've unlocked a treasure trove of life lessons, ready to be shared with the world, or kept as a quiet source of personal strength. Solitude, far from being a place of isolation, becomes a sanctuary where they can understand, heal, and grow. Enhanced creativity building on the power of self-reflection. Another remarkable quality older people who enjoy solitude possess is enhanced creativity. As they spend more time alone, they often tap into their deep well of imagination, discovering new ways to express themselves or problem-solve in ways they never considered before. This creative spark, ignited by solitude, is something that many older individuals didn't expect when they first embraced time alone. Rather than feeling restricted by solitude, they find it to be a fertile ground for innovation and self-expression. Take Robert, a 78-year-old retiree who spent most of his career as an accountant. "I never thought of myself as a creative person," he admits. "But once I retired and started spending more time alone, I found myself painting, something I'd never tried before. It started with just a few strokes, and now I have a collection of paintings that I'm really proud of." Robert's story is a testament to how solitude can spark creativity, even in individuals who never thought of themselves as particularly artistic. For many older individuals, the pressure of everyday life, whether it's career demands, raising children, or maintaining social obligations, leaves little room for creativity. But in the quiet of solitude, they often find the space to explore new passions and rediscover old ones. The absence of external distractions creates the perfect environment for them to dive deeper into their hobbies, art forms, or intellectual pursuits, allowing their creativity to flourish without judgment or interruption. Elizabeth, a 70-year-old former teacher, shares a similar experience. After my children left the house, I found myself with more time and energy to dedicate to my love for writing, she says. In the solitude of my study, I began writing short stories, something I'd always wanted to do but never had time for. Now, I've completed 3 books, and I'm working on a 4th. For Elizabeth, being alone didn't feel lonely. It felt like an opportunity to embrace the creative potential that had always been inside her, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Creativity isn't just about artistic expression. It also manifests in problem-solving, innovation, and new ways of thinking. Solitude allows older individuals to step back from the noise of everyday life and approach problems from a fresh perspective. This can lead to groundbreaking solutions or simply more fulfilling ways of living. Whether it's finding new ways to maintain their health, creating new family traditions, or pursuing unexpected career paths in retirement, creativity becomes a tool for navigating life's changes. The beauty of creativity in solitude is that it's deeply personal. There's no pressure to meet deadlines or live up to anyone's expectations. Older individuals have the freedom to create for the pure joy of it, without worrying about how their work will be perceived. This liberation from external judgments fosters a sense of accomplishment, pride, and fulfillment, enhancing their overall sense of well-being. In the quiet moments of solitude, older people tap into an extraordinary source of creativity that often goes unnoticed. It's in these times that they learn to break free from conventional thinking and embrace their own unique forms of expression. The act of creating, whether through art, music, writing, or innovative ideas, becomes a profound way for them to experience life more fully and share their inner world with others. Strong sense of boundaries following the creativity that often blossoms in solitude. Older individuals who enjoy spending time alone also develop a strong sense of boundaries. These boundaries aren't just physical. They are emotional, mental, and social, allowing them to protect their well-being and preserve their peace of mind. As they age, many people realize the importance of setting limits with others to maintain a healthy, balanced life. This strong sense of self-preservation is one of the most empowering qualities that older people cultivate through their solitude. Take Margaret, a 74-year-old woman, who spent decades of her life constantly saying yes to social invitations, work demands, and family obligations. I was always the one who would help, no matter how exhausted I was. But as I grew older and started spending more time alone, I began to realize that I couldn't keep giving of myself without considering my own needs first, she reflects. It was during these quiet moments of self-reflection that Margaret began to see how overextending herself had caused stress and burnout in her life. Now, Margaret has learned to prioritize her peace and happiness. She carefully considers whether each commitment aligns with her values and whether it supports her well-being. It's not about being selfish, it's about taking care of myself so I can be the best version of myself for others, she explains. The transformation in Margaret's approach to life shows how time spent in solitude can help someone develop the clarity and confidence to set boundaries that protect their emotional and mental health. For many older people, solitude gives them the opportunity to assess the relationships and commitments in their lives. They begin to see that not every relationship or social obligation is worth their energy. Some people may take more than they give, and others may bring negativity or stress. Through introspection, these individuals realize that by setting boundaries, they create space for the relationships that truly matter and that bring them joy. Bill, a 68-year-old widower, shares how solitude helped him identify the toxic relationships he had been holding on to. I used to feel guilty about saying no to people, but being alone gave me the time to think about the people I was letting into my life, he recalls. I realized that some of them weren't supportive or healthy for me. Bill's decision to create stronger boundaries allowed him to strengthen the meaningful relationships with those who truly cared about his well-being. Setting boundaries is not just about saying no to others, it's also about saying yes to yourself. By recognizing their own needs, older individuals reclaim their time, energy, and peace. These boundaries help them avoid emotional exhaustion, giving them the freedom to spend time on what truly matters. It's a powerful reminder that, as we age, we don't have to please everyone, and that our happiness and well-being should come first. In solitude, older people learn that maintaining strong boundaries is essential for living a fulfilling life. These boundaries not only protect their time and energy but also enhance their overall sense of empowerment, ensuring that they can continue to live with confidence and authenticity. Through self-awareness and emotional independence, they've unlocked the secret to maintaining healthy relationships while prioritizing their own well-being. Peaceful and calming presence. Building on the strong sense of boundaries that older people develop through their time alone, another powerful quality they possess is a peaceful and calming presence. As they age, many individuals have honed the ability to stay grounded, cultivating a tranquility that radiates outward. Their moments of solitude become the nurturing grounds for a serene energy that not only enhances their own well-being but also brings comfort to those around them. Take Samuel, a 72-year-old man who spent many years living alone after his children left home. When I first started spending time by myself, I wasn't sure how I'd adjust. But over the years, I found that being alone helped me become more at peace with myself. I started appreciating the quiet, and it taught me how to find peace in any situation, he shares. Samuel recalls how his friends and family began to notice a shift in his energy. What used to be a man who was always on the go, full of busy distractions, became someone who exuded a calm presence. He could walk into a room, and people immediately felt at ease. The peace that older people radiate is often the result of years of learning how to navigate life's inevitable challenges. Having faced personal losses, career ups and downs, and the raising of families, they've learned to accept that life is unpredictable and uncontrollable. The emotional turbulence that may have once rocked their world becomes less of a storm and more of a gentle ripple over time. This acceptance of life's ebbs and flows fosters a peaceful mindset, where they no longer feel the need to fight against the current but instead learn to flow with it. Patricia, a 69-year-old woman, shares her personal journey. Losing my husband was the hardest thing I've ever gone through. I thought I'd never be able to find peace again. But after a long period of grieving and spending more time by myself, I slowly began to heal. I learned that it's okay to feel sadness, but it's equally important to find peace in the moment, even in pain. Patricia now regularly practices mindfulness, finding stillness in the midst of chaos, and this peacefulness has become a hallmark of her character. Her family, seeing the transformation, now turns to her for support during their own challenging moments, knowing that her presence can help them feel calm and reassured. This calming energy often draws others in. Many older individuals who enjoy solitude become pillars of stability in their families and communities, offering a sense of groundedness in times of uncertainty. Their peaceful nature doesn't mean they are aloof or distant, but rather that they've cultivated an inner peace that naturally affects those around them. It's a gift that offers comfort, wisdom, and strength to others. Through their years of solitude, older people have learned to quiet the mind and embrace a peaceful existence. This ability to remain calm and centered allows them to face life's challenges with grace and resilience. It's not just about avoiding stress or difficulty, but about finding a peaceful place within themselves, no matter what life brings. And that peaceful, calming presence becomes one of their greatest gifts, both to themselves and to those fortunate enough to be around them. Time for personal growth and learning. Building on the peaceful and calming presence that older individuals radiate, another powerful benefit of solitude is the opportunity it provides for personal growth and continuous learning. With fewer distractions and obligations, older people who enjoy spending time alone often find that they have the freedom to pursue new passions, further develop existing interests, and focus on self-improvement in ways they never had the chance to before. Solitude becomes a canvas for them to continue evolving, both intellectually and emotionally, at their own pace. Take Helen, a 68-year-old retired teacher who spent most of her life dedicated to her career and family. After I retired, I thought I'd just relax and do nothing. But after a few months, I realized I had this incredible amount of free time and no idea what to do with it. That's when I started taking online courses about history and philosophy, subjects I'd always been interested in but never had the time to explore, she recalls. Helen's newfound pursuit of learning opened up a world of knowledge that she had never tapped into before. What began as a curiosity soon turned into a passion, with Helen now diving deep into books, attending virtual seminars, and even joining discussion groups on the topics she loves. Helen's story highlights the transformative power of solitude. When we're constantly surrounded by the noise and busyness of life, we often put our own desires for growth and learning on hold. But in solitude, the opportunity to focus on what truly interests us becomes not only possible but also fulfilling. Older individuals, free from the pressure of daily routines, can take this time to reflect on their past and explore new avenues of knowledge that enrich their lives. Whether it's learning a new language, picking up a musical instrument, or delving into the complexities of a new field of study, personal growth becomes a lifelong pursuit. John, a 75-year-old grandfather, shares how he reinvented himself after years of feeling stuck in a monotonous routine. "I had always wanted to learn how to play the guitar, but I never found the time," he says. "Once my grandchildren started coming over less frequently and I had more time alone, I decided to finally pick up the instrument. I was a bit rusty at first, but with practice, I can now play several songs and even write my own music." John's experience shows how solitude can be a powerful motivator for trying new things and finding joy in the process of learning, no matter the age. This time for personal growth is not just about acquiring new skills, but also about deepening one's understanding of themselves. Older individuals often use solitude to reflect on their life experiences, reevaluate their goals, and adjust their outlook on the future. The opportunity to explore new interests and reflect on past lessons allows them to develop a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment. The beauty of this phase of life is that it's free from the rush and pressure of societal expectations. No longer burdened by deadlines or the need to keep up with others, older individuals can focus on their own path of learning and growth. Whether it's expanding their knowledge, discovering new talents, or understanding themselves on a deeper level, the time spent in solitude fosters continuous personal evolution. In solitude, older people discover that personal growth doesn't have an expiration date. Each day becomes an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow, proving that life's greatest lessons are not just taught in youth but are often found later in life, when we have the time and space to truly focus on what matters most. Deeper connections with others. Building upon the idea of personal growth and the empowerment that solitude brings, another surprising benefit of enjoying time alone is the ability to form deeper, more meaningful connections with others. While it may seem that solitude could lead to isolation, many older individuals find that the time they spend alone actually enhances their relationships. Through introspection, emotional growth, and understanding their own needs, they're able to connect with others in a more authentic and fulfilling way. Take Maria, a 72-year-old widow who, after years of caring for her family, found herself alone in her later years. "At first, I didn't know how to handle the silence," she recalls. "But once I learned to appreciate my own company, I realized that I wasn't just reconnecting with myself, but I also started reconnecting with my family in a way I hadn't before. I began to listen more, understand their perspectives, and be truly present when we spoke." Maria's story reveals how spending time alone gave her the clarity and emotional space to deepen her relationships with those she loved. Solitude can act as a catalyst for stronger emotional connections. When older individuals spend time reflecting on their own lives, they often gain insights into what truly matters to them in relationships. This newfound clarity allows them to approach their loved ones with more patience, empathy, and understanding. By nurturing themselves first, they're better equipped to offer support, love, and care to those around them. The result is a profound shift in how they relate to others, moving from surface-level interactions to emotionally rich and intimate connections. James, a 78-year-old grandfather, shares a similar experience. "I spent most of my younger years wrapped up in work, never really taking the time to connect with my children and grandchildren," he says. "But once I retired and had more time to myself, I started reaching out more. I wasn't just calling them to check in, I was listening, sharing my own thoughts, and being more open with them. Our relationship has never been stronger." James discovered that by focusing on his personal growth and enjoying his solitude, he became more attuned to the emotional needs of his family, fostering deeper connections that had been previously overlooked. This deepening of relationships is not limited to family and friends. Older individuals who embrace solitude often find themselves developing meaningful connections with their communities as well. Whether it's volunteering, joining a book club, or participating in local activities, they have the time to engage with others on a deeper level. With less focus on superficial interactions, they can create genuine bonds that bring them fulfillment and joy. The beauty of these deeper connections lies in their authenticity. The time spent alone gives older individuals the ability to see people for who they truly are, without the distractions of daily life. They approach others with a sense of appreciation and understanding that leads to lasting, enriching relationships. In the end, solitude not only allows older people to connect with themselves but also transforms the way they engage with others. By embracing their own growth, they learn to create deeper, more meaningful bonds that enrich their lives. Far from isolating them, time spent alone strengthens their relationships, making them more present, more connected, and more engaged with the world around them. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, Don't forget to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters to us. Glowing Star, we love hearing from you, and your feedback keeps us motivated to create more amazing content just for you. Smiling Face with smiling eyes, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos filled with more inspiration, wisdom, and exciting topics. Collision, explore our other videos, too. We have tons of engaging content that's perfect for you. Keep spreading the love and positivity, and we can't wait to see you again. Sparkling Heart.